council. Okay, this belongs to us, this belongs to the council, this belongs to us, this belongs to the council and us. So, an example here would be Linden Hill. If you go down to the Linden Visitor Centre, okay, it goes down a really steep hill. And people go flying down that hill on their bikes, okay, and the other thing that they do is they go down there, cars go down there in the winter when it's snowy, and then they can't get back up the hill, okay. This year we had someone go down there when it was snowy, got out of his car, fell over, broke his hip because he slipped on the ice, okay, and he was lucky that somebody else had decided that they could drive back up the snowy hill and had driven down there and found him so they could help him. So we look at that. Now technically, that road is the council's problem. Okay, so you think, well, this is easy, just put a barrier across it in the winter so that nobody can drive down the snowy hill. All right, but then you've also got a caravan site up over here, which is Linden Top, and they go, well, I don't want you to put a barrier there because then my caravans can't come in. And the council go, well, we're not paying to put a barrier there because no one's died. Put a sign up, and Anglian Water and the Wildlife Trust are going, well, look, it's really dangerous, and we're the ones who keep pulling the bloody cars up when they get stuck down there when it's snowy. Okay? And it's things like that where they cause disagreements. Another classic example is the approach road into Whitwell, or just down here. You get loads of people parking on the side of the road because they don't want to pay the car parking fees, and then jumping over the fence and coming into the reservoir. Which is fine. The reservoir is, if you come on your bike, it's free access, you don't have to pay, but if you park in your car, you do have to pay. Okay? So obviously, we with Anglian Water, well, we want you to pay, thank you very much, because that car parking is being paid my wages, so I want your car parking fees. Alright? But we don't own this bit of road, because again, it's on the other side of the hedge, it's not ours, it's the council's. And if you drive down there, on a busy summer's day, there's literally people everywhere, and they're making a right mess of the road. Okay? So we want the council to double yellow it or do something so that they can't park there, and the council's not interested because nobody's died and they don't want to spend the money on it. All right? So basically, what it boils down to is who's going to pay for things and who people think should pay for things. Rutland Cycling, we maintain the tracks as an access track. Okay? Rutland Cycling then hire out loads of bikes, and of course that causes loads of wear. They could argue, well, we're paying rent for our buildings. So yeah, you're paying rent for your shop, but are you paying enough to help maintain the tracks, for example? Okay. So essentially, that's what causes. I'm not going to say that they're problems, but that's the bit that causes the biggest differences. You may or may not have heard that Open. Does anybody know Discover Rutland?
We looked at the website yesterday,
yeah, so
briefly. Yeah.
Discover Rutland is the county tourism thing. Okay, that's funded by Anglian Water, so we pay a large amount of money to run Discover Rutland as part of our sort of corporate duties to the community. So what's now happening is Discover Rutland, I think I'm right in saying, is getting rolled over to the council, and what they're putting on is a series of tourism buses that are going to run out of Oakham, and they're going to run, I think, on the hour. They're free for everybody to get on. You can get on, you can put your bike on it, and they're going to go from Oakham round the reservoir, stop in various car parks, and then go to Uppingham. Okay, so that's great. But of course, that's now causing conflict, because if you have a business around Rutland Water, that's great. You can get on. Someone's going to get on a free bus. It's going to drop you off. You can get on and off, and all of those businesses get served. Okay. If you're the Hawk and Owl Falconry man at Exton, for example, just using that as an example, or a pub in Cottesmore, all of a sudden potentially your trade is getting wiped out. Okay, yeah. So that's another thing that sort of causes the whole reservoir as itself sort of causes conflict, because everybody wants to come to Rutland Water, But like I say, if you're just off on the sidelines and you're not going to get served by this bus, then you're potentially losing out quite a lot. Okay, and that's where things like the Rutland Water Partnership and the user panel groups and stuff come in to try and sort of mitigate and keep everybody happy. And of course, the other thing is you've got various different companies and organisations who they're all pursuing their own agenda. So everyone wants a slice of a limited pie.
Will, I wonder if you could just give your own views, off the record even, I can switch this off, of what you think are the solutions to make Rutland Water and all the businesses, the enterprises and everything around Rutland Water more sustainable. I mean, how could it be made more sustainable? And this is really, again, part of your assignment and gives you the higher level marks, I think, doesn't it, to come up with solutions?
And merit.
Yeah.
I don't know. With Rutland, I don't think there's an easy answer, to be honest with you.
Right.
So what you often find is, okay, so Anglian Water own the reservoir, all right, and the department who looks after it, who I've worked for, is the